Boom. Just minutes after liftoff, SpaceX's Starship, the world's most powerful spacecraft, exploded mid-flight. For the second time in a row, what was meant to be a major step toward Mars ended in a catastrophic failure. Why does this keep happening? What went wrong this time, and is SpaceX pushing too fast without solving critical problems? This isn't just another rocket test. It's a high-stakes mission with massive implications for NASA deep space travel. So, is this a temporary setback or a serious red flag? Let's break it down and uncover what's really going on. Thursday, March 6th, 2025. All eyes were on SpaceX's Starbase in Texas as Starship, the spacecraft designed to take us to the Moon and Mars, lifted off atop its massive super heavy booster. Everything seemed to be going well. The booster did its job, separated successfully, and even pulled off an incredible landing back at the launch site. SpaceX's robotic Mechazilla tower caught it mid-air, proving that booster recovery is becoming more precise. But while the world celebrated that moment, things started to go terribly wrong for Starship itself. Less than 10 minutes into the flight, several of its Raptor engines suddenly cut out. The spacecraft lost control, tumbled in mid-air, and then, boom. SpaceX lost all contact with it, and moments later it exploded. The explosion wasn't just a technical issue, it had real-world consequences. Florida airports, including Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Orlando, were forced to halt flights due to the risk of falling debris. The Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, had to issue emergency flight restrictions, delaying air travel for thousands. And here's where it gets even more concerning. This isn't the first time this has happened. Just 7 weeks ago, Starship Flight 7 ended in a similar failure, with debris raining down over the Caribbean. People in Turks and Caicos even found pieces of wreckage on their beaches. So, this raises a big question. Why did SpaceX go ahead with this flight when the last failure investigation wasn't even complete? And what exactly caused this spacecraft to fail twice in a row? At first glance, 2 explosions in a row seem like a massive failure. But if you know SpaceX's approach to innovation, this is actually part of their plan. Unlike traditional aerospace companies that take years perfecting a design before launching, SpaceX believes in rapid iterative development. In simple terms, they build, launch, break, analyze, fix, and repeat. Instead of spending a decade on simulations and slow improvements, they throw their rockets into the sky, gather real-world data, even if it ends in a fiery explosion, then quickly rebuild and improve. But here's the real issue. Flight 7 and Flight 8 both failed at almost the exact same point in their flights. That suggests there's a fundamental design flaw that hasn't been solved yet. SpaceX later revealed that in both cases the issue started near the aft section of the vehicle, where the engines and fuel tanks are located. For Flight 8, the problem began with a major energetic event, most likely a leak or rupture near the engines. That led to multiple engines shutting down, which caused the vehicle to lose control. Now, if you're wondering why SpaceX didn't fix this after Flight 7, they actually made some upgrades before this launch. They changed the propellant system to prevent leaks, added new vents to avoid pressure buildup, tweaked engine fuel lines to improve stability. Yet, despite all these fixes, Flight 8 still failed. This means the issue is likely deeper than a simple fuel line tweak. It could be a bigger problem with how Starship handles its extreme environments in flight. After 2 major failures, the big question is, should we be worried about the future of Starship? Or is this just another part of the learning process? Let's break it down. In one sense, these failures are completely expected. Starship is the most ambitious space vehicle ever built. No other company has ever attempted a fully reusable spacecraft this powerful. Mistakes will happen. It's part of the innovation cycle. But here's the catch. SpaceX is under serious pressure right now. NASA needs Starship for its Artemis moon missions. If SpaceX can't prove Starship is reliable, NASA's 2026 lunar landing could face major delays. Elon Musk has massive plans for Mars. Starship is literally designed to be the workhorse that gets humans to the red planet. But these failures show that even reaching orbit is still a challenge. The FAA is now closely watching. After Flight 7 scattered debris over the Caribbean, regulators are questioning whether SpaceX should be allowed to keep launching before solving these major issues. So, is this a disaster? Not necessarily. SpaceX has a history of failing before succeeding. The Falcon 9 rocket, the one they now launch regularly, failed multiple times before becoming one of the most successful rockets ever. So what happens now? The FAA has ordered another investigation before SpaceX can attempt another launch. They need to figure out why this keeps happening and prove Starship is safe before trying again. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on space exploration and scientific discoveries. And don't forget to leave a comment below. Also, you can visit our website, spaceinews.com. Thank you for watching and see you next time.